Hello, welcome to CL Wrestling. I am CL.
And this is Ruben.
And these are our WrestleMania 40 predictions. Starting off with the tag team ladder match. A lot of names. Who do you think is having it? Who do you think is taking it?
I think this is one of the trickiest ones, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
It can go either way, and I think there's favorites in this one. Maybe there's one group in particular that a lot of people want to win, but I think I might have a shocker already.
Already? Okay.
I think some of the bad guys win, and it's not the Judgment Day. Waller and Austin Theory are gonna pull it off.
You think so?
I think so. I think they get it done. I know there's a lot of everybody wants the Miz and Truth to win, and I could see it, but I don't know, for some reason I just feel like an upset's gonna happen. I think it's too good to be true.
Well, this is where I come in and to tell you that Awesome Truth is taking it, but I think that Judgment Day retains the Raw titles. I think Awesome Truth gets the SmackDown. I think Judgment Day gets the Raw. On to the next match. Speaking of Dom, we have Dom and Santos Escobar against Rey Mysterio and the new member of the LWO, Dragon Lee.
I think this is Dum Dum's chance.
I think it should have been Carlito. I think Carlito should have teamed up with Rey. I honestly don't understand why they didn't do that.
I do agree with that because Carlito and Santos were literally feuding, so it would have made sense if they had Carlito in that match instead of Dragon Lee. But they ended up going with Dragon Lee, and it makes my choice be more confident towards leaning with Dom and Santos. I think this is, like I mentioned, like right now, Dum Dum is set to have, his little WrestleMania moment. And even though it's not the biggest, I think last year, Ray beat Dom. I think Dom gets him back this year.
I agree. I think Dominic, I would love to see Dominic pin Ray. I would love to see that.
That would have the crowd.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of heat on Dom if that were to happen. And also I think it leads to a third match, a trilogy. Next year,
for sure.
And then 100%. We can get the hair versus mask match that everyone wants.
Yeah.
So I think Dom takes it this time. Next match was announced, I believe, today, Monday. And that's the Final Testament against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, aka The Pride. I don't have much of an opinion on this match because I don't really care about this feud. But I think The Pride takes it.
Like you said, this is probably like the least intriguing match in the Mania card. Sadly, I mean, both like they're solid teams, good groups and all, but
I think their feud has been going on for a little too long.
Exactly, that too. I feel like it's getting to a point where like they're stretching a little bit. They kind of forced this match into WrestleMania, but I'll go with the bad guys. I'll go with the Final Testament.
All right, solid.
Yeah.
Next up, we have LA Knight against AJ Styles. Another one, I admit, I'm not really down with this feud. I honestly thought we were going to have LA Knight face Logan for the US title at WrestleMania, so I'm a little butthurt over that. Nonetheless, I think LA Knight takes the W here.
Yep. I mean, there's not really much to say. LA Knight's going to win.
Yeah, he takes the W. Then we have the Intercontinental title match. Will Gunther lose his title at WrestleMania? The answer is simple. No.
He's not losing it. He's not losing it. I love Sami Zayn, but at the end of the day, I don't see it happening. I think Gunther is going to continue his stretch.
Nothing against Sami, but I just don't think he's the guy.
He's not the guy.
And I don't think Chad Gable is the guy either. I don't know who the guy is, but I don't think Gunther loses the title at WrestleMania.
You know who would have been the guy?
It would have been the guy.
Brock Lesnar. It was going to be Brock Lesnar. It was literally going to be Brock Lesnar, but,
I am 100% behind this match. I'm super excited about it. We have Naomi, Bianca, and Jade against Damage Control. Sadly, Damage Control is taking the L. I think you have Jade. Jade is not losing her WrestleMania debut. Bianca has like a record at WrestleMania, I believe. She's never lost at WrestleMania, so I think the faces win. Yeah,
I definitely agree. There's just no way I can see in a world where Jade loses, like you said, her WrestleMania debut. Like she's hot right now. She's the future. Yeah, she really is the future right now. So there's no way they just make her lose. Yeah, and especially at WrestleMania, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, with Bianca and Naomi.
With Bianca and Naomi. See, you just said it. So there's just no way Damage Control is gonna take the win. I'm sorry.
Next up, we have the United States title match with Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton.
See, I love Randy.
Yeah, you do.
I love Randy. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. But it just doesn't make sense him winning this match. It doesn't. It really does not.
And I think he shouldn't. I think if Randy is to hold any title at this
point in time, it has to be the main title, which is
the World Championship.
The World Championship.
Next up, we have the Yeet versus No Yeet match. We have Jay and Jimmy.
This is 100% Yeet.
Yeet.
This is 100% Yeet.
My only problem with this match is that they could have built it up a little bit better.
Exactly. See, it probably would have been better, made more sense for next year. But I feel like they rushed it a little bit.
They did. I was almost convinced they weren't going to do it.
Yes.
And then they did. And, I mean, I'm happy. It's going to be a good match, I think. But I think it should have a stipulation. I don't think it should be a regular match. I think it should be a street fight. I think would suit them better. Why this wasn't a Bloodline rules match, I don't understand. But
something more special to the match, not just like a regular singles match.
But Jay's taking it. I think Yeet. So Yeet for this one. Next up, we have the title matches. Well, I mean, the U.S. and Intercontinental titles were also there, but we're talking about the main titles now, and we have first Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. I know you changed your mind on this one because at first you were Team Becky.
I was Team Becky at the Elimination Chamber. I really was. I thought, she's gonna win again, but I've changed my opinion. I really do think that Rhea is gonna win, and I'm confident in this pick. It would be really sad to see her lose the title at Mania. And
she's a cover superstar for 2K.
And she's also a cover star for 2K, so it just makes sense for her to retain.
She's going to retain. Next up, we have another women's title match. We have Io Sky versus Bayley. What do you have for this one?
I think it's pretty easy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, not pretty easy, but it's like I said, the storyline just makes sense that Bayley wins this. Yeah. I don't really have too many words because, like, we basically got a really good feud. Like, this is one of the best feuds that we have right now.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad. I know there's been a lot of debate over this take, but I do think they did deserve the main event of night one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the tag match, but I think they deserved the main event, especially because it was such a hot feud. I think it lost a little bit of momentum, but I think the match should be good regardless.
It lost a lot of momentum. You know why? Because of one man.
We're going to talk about him later.
Yeah, one man. We'll keep him hidden for now, but the one man decides to just show up and, just take the spotlight.
Yep. But I do agree. Bayley is taking it. Next up is the World Heavyweight Championship match. Now, this one, personally, was the hardest one for me.
Yes, I 100% agree. When I was doing my predictions here, I was sitting here for a good minute thinking about who am I going to pick. But this one was left at last because I really did not know who was going to win this one. There's just so many outcomes, so many situations that could happen in this match. Like,
I think we have CM Punk in commentary too.
Exactly.
Which, if they hadn't done that, I would have thought that it's easily Drew that's taking it. But now with Punk in the equation, it makes me wonder. At the same time, we do have Seth being a little distracted. Does a member of the Bloodline come out and ruin his match? We don't know. Like you said, there's a lot of possibilities regarding this match. But we have different outcomes here. We do. And I don't disagree with yours because I think it's entirely possible. But I still have Drew McIntyre winning the title. I think he's getting his moment in front of the crowd. I know he's a heel. I know he's a bad guy. I know Punk is there. But I think Drew's taking it.
It took me a while, but I think I'm going to go Seth here. And this is why. You might think I'm crazy, but I can see some crazy cash-in. Not at Mania, but literally probably the night after or a couple weeks after. I think it's...
I think if there's a cash-in, it would be that night or it would be the Raw after Mania.
The night after, yeah.
I think that also... Like I said, so many possibilities. I think if the Judgment Day loses their tag titles,
exactly.
I think Damien cashes in.
That's why I'm saying. Well, for me, it makes sense because I have Waller in theory winning the tag team ladder match,
right?
Which has a good correlation if we go that path. Maybe Damien cashes in either at Mania or the Raw after, And I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, well, we want the Drew and CM Punk feud," but like they can feud without the title.
I think
like,
we're still getting it regardless.
Yeah, with or without the title, that feud is gonna feed families.
Now moving on to the main event of night one. We were talking about this man earlier, The Rock. He teams up with his cousin, the Tribal Chief. Put him up. Put him up.
No, we're putting the hands down. We're putting the hands down. We do not acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
We do.
No.
Anyway, they're teaming up against the unlikely team of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Another match that a lot of outcomes can happen, but ultimately I think the result is pretty much set in stone, at least for me. I think the way everything's been set up, and I do think that the ending of this match is going to tell you who's winning night 2.
100%.
For sure.
And I'm kind of scared because if I get an outcome that I do not like, I'm very scared of the outcome for night 2.
So spoilers, we have Rock and Roman going over. If they don't, now it's time to be nervous.
100%.
I think the bad guys need to win on the main event of night 1, then have a super overbooked match with Cody and Roman on night 2. Roman himself on Raw said, "This is my easiest WrestleMania." Oh, I don't think you should have said that. I'm a firm believer. Although I acknowledge my Tribal Chief, I think it's Cody's time. And deservedly so.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think that Cody has never been like a world champion.
Right, yeah.
It's just his time. And if Roman wins night 2, what
do you do with Cody after?
Yeah, exactly, because he's not going to get another title shot against Roman. So it's just he has to win. It's literally win it all or nothing.
He has to. And I do think at first I was one of the people who thought that The Rock turns on Roman and The Rock is viewed as a good guy. I think that it's the opposite. I think Roman loses clean. Well, not clean. There's definitely going to be interference in the match, but
yeah.
I think he takes a pin 1, 2, 3, and The Rock beats the shit out of him after the match. And I think Roman's going to be gone for a while, and he's going to come back up to face, and then we're going to get Rock and Roman main eventing next year.
For WrestleMania 41.
For WrestleMania 41, but for that to happen, I'm a little nervous though, because like I said, they're probably booking an overbooked match. I just don't want that to take away from Cody getting his moment. I think I want him to finish his story, and though there's other components here and there, there's like the rumors that Cena and Stone Cold are popping out. That's cool. I just hope that they book this in a way that doesn't diminish Cody's win. I think this is his moment. It's his story.
Kind of like what Daniel Bryan got in WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
Like, it was all about him. Nobody cared about other than the Streak, but nobody really cared about any of the matches but Daniel Bryan. I feel like this should be kind of like Cody. This is his moment. I feel at this point everybody is rooting for him. Everybody wants him to win. It's time. It's
definitely a really stacked card.
Probably this is. I'm not even trying to be like, I don't know, recency bias, but this is probably the best WrestleMania card I've ever seen. Regardless of who returns or what celebrity decides to show up, even if he does or doesn't, this is still like, I'm excited for everything, for all these matches, for start to finish. I mean, this is probably gonna be one to remember for a while.
Oh, 100%. Well, let us know your predictions in your comments. If you want to dunk on us, if you want to agree with us, let us know in the comment section below. I am CL.
This is Ruben.
We'll see you next time.